Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Engrave AVABEL coming at you guys with another AVABEL update. As you guys may know, this game has changed in over the time span of 8 months drastically. Once again, AVABEL has dropped their big update that they do every single year that changes the game, changes the way that you get equipment, changing just practically fucking everything. So first thing we're gonna start off with is class change Helen. Okay, so as you guys start again, this is for newer players that just made an account, and as for your returning players, we're gonna get to you guys in just a second because some of you guys might be a little bit confused on coming back. So when you choose your basic class, you don't get the chance to go to the advanced classes anymore or the awakened classes, but you are going to want to switch to an awakened class just to get one of these achievements done when you first make your account called switch to awakened class. Now, it's going to put you instantly at level 400, and it's going to give you a choice between either a enlightened class, like so Cardinal or Eden. Is mine's for Alkalite. Your guys' might be a little bit different depending on your class. Now, as for your Transcendent classes, Primordial classes, and Creation God class, for Transcendent, it's still basically the same way, guys. I'm pretty sure from my last video, it was the same way where you have to earn a certain amount of Crescent Rings and do up to 5 quests to get Transcendent. But I'm going to be explaining a new way how newer players can get Transcendent much faster, faster than before, and faster without paying. Sorry. All right, that's basically it for these. Like literally, it's just the same of getting these, but the only difference is now you start at level 400 and you start out in an enlightened class. That's pretty much the difference. So no more having to do advanced classes, collect JEXP, etc., etc. And yeah, and you guys will notice that you don't get any of the skill trees anymore how it used to be. Let me go to the skills. So like how we used to have like the big skill tree and everything like that for enlightened classes, we don't have that no more. It just hands us a certain amount of skills, have them already maxed out. And yeah, and then it boosts up your move speed by 20% automatically. As for JXP, that's still only really used for skill boosts as I just shown. Okay, now the next thing I truthfully want to move on to is something that's really big and going to confuse a lot of players. There is no longer a high Krista case or an element case or a resist case. That's one of the biggest weirdest things to me because I know a lot of people have spent stupid amount of money on those, and just for that to all get ripped away is absolutely insane. But here's the new way. So if you go to your equipment screen looks completely different as well now. Don't know where they got this concept. I think because of the Steam, Steam port, they made it kind of more PC friendly. Looks like it. So as for your Krista case, your Krista arms is literally your Krista case now. So you have to unlock all these Krista arms, right? And each ring comes with certain amounts of stats. So like if you got a 50-star high Krista ring, it's gonna give you all these stats, and you want to have like all of them maxed out just to get a full Krista case. I guess that's what we call a full Krista case now. Seems much easier, but it seems like a little bit more money has to go into it. If you want to grind it, I'm gonna be telling you guys about that in a minute on how to grind all of these items to start off. But it is not an easy grind, guys. The game is still pay to win basically, but free to play can still get pretty damn far and pretty damn OP with time. It is just very time consuming, but I'm sure a lot of people don't have enough time to sit on this game for 10 hours a day, 11 hours a day. Some people do, don't get me wrong, no judgment to you guys. But you get the element arms now. It's basically for defense, I guess, with the element arms. 30 star, I get like negative 70% the fire element. So I'm guessing like you do fire element, water element, wind element, etc., etc. It gives you a certain amount for each one, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool for element case instead of having to collect all those astral gears and stuff like that. For resist, pretty much the same thing. It's like it depends on what ring you get, and I guess you got to be really choosy on how you do your resisting, because like you can't just make it all like 90% anymore. It's like you got to kind of choose one resistance that you're going for. That's about it. That's kind of whack, but I mean it just depends on what you're doing and what boss you're farming, or if you're about to do a PvP match. I guess people will switch that out. People have done that quite a lot. Another honorable mention while I am here. Now, as for your gears, guys, for some reason when you start back up this game, you will end up at, I want to say like 6.0 player rank if you had all 50 star. Now it's gonna seem weird I think it's really just a visual glitch or a glitch in the game, because I've had a player earlier come up to me and said, how do I get past the 7.0 quest? And I'm like, you should be past it, because you know you're 10.91 player rank. And so I told them to move some gear around, change area, and they basically got up to 15.0 player rank because they didn't know how much they had. And another thing that plays a big part is your jewelry. So crown, anklet, belt, that's gonna raise your player rank substantially to get you up to a certain level, because the floors are a lot different now. Flooring is a lot different. We're gonna get to that. But yeah, unlock your accessories. You get 2 of the free accessories from the equipment decoration expansion. You can just go buy those. The accessory 5 is going to be from your monthly, and the accessory 6 is just a simple achievement. Well, not simple achievement. Let me not say simple. That achievement takes a while. I forgot what you have to even do, but it is an achievement. So all accessory slots are accessible by those ways. Let's move on to the way the flooring system works, and then we're going to move on to the dungeon system, because the flooring system also cooperates with the dungeon system. So as you can see, I'm going to go to the administrator here. Now you see how it says suited BP. We've already had, well, suited level, suited BP, but the thing is that we didn't have, hold on, let's not do that because I gotta go to one I don't have. So you see how it says I can't go there because my player rank is not 12. I'm currently player rank 11 right now, and you have to clear the previous floors. So it should reset everybody. I'm not sure about it giving everybody the new achievements for doing the floors. Oh, and by the way, each floor that you do, so you start from 400, each floor that you do gives you, I think the earlier ones give you like 20 levels, and then like now the ones that I'm doing are 10. So like you get 10 levels per floor. I think it goes all the way up to 1,100. Don't quote me. I'm not sure if you complete all the floors, but that's gonna be pretty hard. I think you got to get up to like 24 player rank just to get to the max floor. So you know that's going to take you a while. So here is why dungeons are important. Let's get into the dungeons. Now that I'm at the dungeon, basically before, you know, you're still doing dungeons, but it's a little bit different on how you collect the boxes that you get. So before we have like the equipment dungeon box, and you will get like lots of them per run, like, you know, probably like people would ticket, probably get like 800 per run, 900 per run. You're able to stack up all those boxes. Now those boxes are basically useless. They go into a collectible section and you can either sell them. I really don't know what you do with them. I've tried to ask people, but I'm guessing they're just a sellable item because there's really nowhere that you can open those boxes. Now the other boxes that you get kind of have the same name, but just has reward at the end. Those ones can be used and those ones can be opened. But here's what I want to talk about getting dungeons done. You get your equipment resist. Depending on your DP, DP is going to be your biggest enemy on this dungeon ones. It's basically the dungeons that you want to focus on. Equipment dungeon, if you just started the game, if you already have 50 star, don't worry about it. Use that tactic that I told you earlier. Just change your equipments around and it should put you at the appropriate player rank. That's going to confuse a lot of people. I know it's a bug. But Awake dungeon, you're going to want to focus on that because awakening your gears is everything. I don't think that you can't evolve 50 star gear past 51 star until you're primordial, I believe. Once you're primordial, you can go up to 60 star. So you're going to want to kind of focus on awakening all your gear. Get your 50 star maxed out to awake 100. Should that easily alone, I'm gonna be honest, that getting your 50 star to full awake 100, that should put you at like 32 or 34.0, like, you know, having all your gears right. Yeah, then next you're gonna want to focus on your Evo dungeon because Evo gang is everything now. Like it's literally everything. Like if you go to the thing, you want to it gives you all the options to transfer everything to Evolution gang. Then you want to use your Evolution gang for Evolution, or if you're getting up to Primordial and you're going to Genesis, you're going to want to start using your Evolution jewels. Those are probably the main things you're going to want to worry about. And also Treasure Dungeon, because I know getting jewelry is very, very, very hard to do unless you're not paying or anything like that. So just spam the hell out of Treasure Dungeons. Get a full jewelry, and it should be 45 stars, so that's going to easily buff up your player rank. That's one of the biggest issues with people, is wanting to progress in the game but not knowing how to get their player rank up. As for gold, gold is going to be really hard to come by. Our new gold buff is basically 100 billion, but don't let 100 billion fool you. That's really not a lot of gold when, you know, you have certain upgrades, like when you're fully upgrading your equipment and enhancing with gold work. Oh, and you get a lot of gold work. It costs, I don't know, like billions, I'm gonna be honest, and like that's why my equipment is fully not maxed out yet or anything. So be wary of your gold. Find good gold ways to get gold. You can do the gold dungeon, treasure dungeon, your daily achievements. Your daily achievements is what you're gonna really be focused on. because that's gonna be the main breadwinner, the main breadwinner of this entire thing. As for like your synthesis, let's go here. Let's check up on new synthesis things. Brief mention: avatars, boss avatars. I'm pretty sure this is already implemented before this update, but in case I didn't cover this in the last video, avatars are way more easy to get. Just go farm on floors and stuff. You farm for about a good 2 hours. Well, not even 2 hours, probably like a good 30 minutes on a floor straight. You should get enough fragment of memory to even get one boss avatar. That's if you're interested. As for pets have changed drastically too. I have not, I don't think I covered that. So, if you go down here to pet, you have taking a walk pet. So I don't know if like that's something different, but you can earn if you go to the pet NPC. She has this thing where you can exchange weird copper coins and these things called, I want to say, pet crystals, and you can get a walking pet. But after your pet case, you're gonna and you know put you I got a 51 star pet in here, like put you all 50 star pets in here, and that's what it ranks. So the only thing that really player ranks really focus on is the star of your gear. I know it's weird. You can have lower BP than somebody and still be a higher player rank. Another thing to really raise your character is refining. If you go to refine, it's a bit expensive when it comes to evolution gong. When you first start the game, like if you're a new account, it gives you roughly probably about 10k evo gong, I want to say, probably more depending if you're doing your daily achievements. That's why I said achievements are everything when you first start off. Yeah, if you go to refine here, you see it says that I need 10 refined stone, 10 evolution ore, 10 awakening ore, and 10 crescent rings. It basically increases the damage and resistance to your from your weapon and to your armor, increases the defense. It's kind of like a small thing. I'm not sure what the max level is on it, but yeah. As for your max boost breakthroughs, guys, just keep doing those as you awake. Awakening, as I said, it's way easier. I'm gonna go to awake here. It says it just requires this evolution amount required 5 just to get to, I want to say awake 5 this thing is going to, yeah. And you need that's why I said do those awake dungeons. Awakening ore is a diamond, is really hard to come by as well. What I did was I saved my tickets that they gave me and I went to go hit the awakening ore jackpot, like those little tickets every 100. Just go hit awakening ore jackpot if you need more of those. If you are a returning player, you really probably shouldn't have to worry about that, because all that grinding that you did before for your awake crystals and stuff like that and your evo gang, this really doesn't apply to you. This is more for, you know, newer players that don't understand the game, or, you know, left before the game took a drastic turn. So yeah, it's really easy to awaken. Like I said, enhancing is way more expensive. As for your orb enhancements, basically you just still have to do the same thing and collect orb mass, and getting orbs is a little bit harder now. I gotta go check back on synthesis and look at that. You guys can kind of look at that yourselves for the orbs. So if you're into like doing orb enhancement and stuff like that, then yeah, you'll have to go through a lot to do that. Oh, and another thing, so here we have the attribute extraction. From what I've heard, if you did have elements and stuff in your resist case, I guess you can extract the attributes and make rings. I don't know how this works, but I guess you can extract elements and stuff like that. Another thing you guys are going to kind of want to worry about, speaking of elements, is if you go to the element synthesis, because there's an element synthesis, you guys want to try to get these blaze, magmatamas, earth, you know, all these and shit like that, because these are going to be your biggest power up to, you know, your rank. These magatamas are OP as hell, but the thing is, like I said, the grind is literally ridiculous. Like 300 evolution or blaze magatama fragments, and like I think I have like 1 holy fragment, and that shit was even, I think, after like 10 dungeon runs. But yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, that is about it to kind of like wrap up this video. As for PvP state, I really can't tell you guys. I think PvP is just like literally legit dead now, unless you personally ask somebody for a spar. So yeah, I wouldn't really too much worry about PvP. Oh, by the way, your guild will give you achievements. If you're in a tower guild, it's way more better. Depending on your guild's activity, if you guys do like expeditions and stuff, it could speed up the progress like amazingly, you know. But your guild just has to be active. They have to be willing to do it, which I'm pretty sure most tower guilds are. So if you're in a tower guild, then you're fine. So don't worry. I don't know why I just got mail. I'll check that in a second. Probably guild mail. But yeah, this has been an update 2025 on AVABEL. I'm kind of still playing this. If you guys see me in the game, you guys can say what's up. But this is basically just explaining where this amazing quote unquote game has come to. It's a lot more harder for newer players, but a lot easier in a sense. So it's a lot harder to just do the basic things like floor and stuff like that and gear a bit, but they've made it accessible to where if you really do play this game, just go do dungeons and do your dailies, and yeah, especially do your dailies. Your daily defeat, leave your phone on auto farm, like just don't touch it, let your phone farm, do your dungeons, have somebody carry you through, and you will be perfectly fine in this game. And it really has no slowdown, and sometimes you feel like you hit a wall, but literally it's just you have to wait till the next day, get your achievements, and still keep stacking. So you never really hit a wall, but it's really a slow process. You're not just going to be able to jump out there and be like, I want to join a tower guild or go PvP right away. This is going to be strictly PvE for you until you're touching, I want to say, 35, and that's 35 player rank at least touching that amount, and that's damn near going to Genesis. But yeah, and a lot of things about the Genesis thing, guys, you guys can't really ask me about that. I will be making a personal video on Genesis, or if anybody else has a video out, you guys can probably take reference from that. But yeah, I'm just kind of telling you guys the basics, and yeah, just new things that have happened and things that have been taken away from you. So yeah, old system basically doesn't matter anymore. I guess the old system is still old system, but it's just different and easier to acquire stuff. Like I said, just do your dungeons. That's all you need to literally do. That's all you need to do. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm not sure when I will be making another video. I just kind of wanted to give an update on this game. Maybe I'll give you guys updates on my character. But yeah, guys, just keep up the grind. Engrave out.